Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marie Mars, the founder and CEO of Bridl. Today, I wanted to speak to you about the trends in the industry, the market, and how I see technology disrupting equestrian sports for good. I'm the founder of Bridl. We're a company that started in 2021 with the goal to bring transparency and security to the purchase and sales process of buying competitive horses. In a market where trust is crucial, transparency should be the absolute foundation of any business and transaction. And that's why Bridl was created, and that's why Bridl has been thriving since its inception in 2021. I was born in Newmarket in 1998, in a family that's very traditional, and I've seen how horses were bought and sold my entire life. Coming from a horse racing background, I know what it means to be an equestrian. And I know what it means to be traditional and to have the way that's always been done. However, being a rebellious teenager, I thought that there was things that could be changed. And that rebellious mindset followed me throughout my young adulthood until I started Bridl. It was started with the idea that things could be done better, with the idea that there was a way in which people could buy and sell horses without having to deal with scammers, multiple commissions, or a real lack of structure and professionalism, because let's not hide behind it. The world of horses is really not easy to navigate, especially if you're an amateur, especially if this is your first transaction. So I thought, interesting. There is definitely something that we can do here. With my experience in startups, my experience in venture capital, and my experience of horses, I brought all together and started working on Bridl. We sold our first horse, which ended up being a huge success. A great Grand Prix horse that did very good things, and slowly but surely, clients came knocking on our door. I grew the company from the grounds up, and today we have a brilliant team, very international. We sold millions of euros worth of horses. We've sold horses all over the world. The majority of the horses we sell go to America, although we've sold horses to China, to India, to South America, to Europe, and we really see ourselves grow towards becoming the pioneer in the world of equestrian sales. When I created Bridl, I knew that it wasn't about being an agent. It wasn't about being Murray Marks, giving advice to clients or figuring out what kind of horses they would like. It was about creating this digital service that would blend equestrian expertise with technology that would help clients from A to Z. And the way in which we envision Bridl is very long-term, right? We're currently at the very beginning of our journey, and we still have so much to do. But imagine a world where you could just log on your Bridl app on your phone or your laptop, book a vet check online, book a trial rider very easily, get all the trail of documentation regarding one single horse in one place. Be able to make transactions happen, whether in normal currencies or in crypto payments. Be able to pay horses with flexibility, so you don't have to spend 100,000 in one weekend. Be able to track this horse in the transport while it's traveling from Europe to the America, for example. Being able to be in control. As a customer or as a seller, we know you love your animal. We know you love your horses. And this is why we owe you a solution that is disruptive, that is strong, and that is easily accessible. So you may be asking yourself, how does Bridl do that? Well, I'm at the center of this operation. I make sure that every single business decision that I make is based on values. High quality business decisions. And how do we do that? Well, we have a brilliant team. First, let's talk about Joseph. Joseph has been the center when it comes to product thinking, strategy, and digitization. When he entered the company had a fairly simple product. He took over, designed an entire new website, hired developers, and now we're dropping features every single month. We're working on very exciting projects regarding data, we're exploring artificial intelligence, crypto, and many other things. I'm at the head of sales, I love to manage customers. I love to manage operations. And I continuously aim to add talented people to our team that align with our values and our objectives. And now we have a team that's very international, with new team members in Mexico, sales partners in Switzerland, sales partners in France, people in Spain. Like, we're all over the world. And that is why we really believe that our model is scalable and that we're going places. It provides a full range of service, from helping you line up the type of horses that you're looking for, to supporting communication with buyers and sellers, supporting your organization of vet checks, trials. We also travel with clients when necessary, undertake all the legal closing documentation, and very much aim to support every single step of the journey. We've done it times and times and times again. This is why we understand exactly what is necessary in the moment of digitizing every single step of the buyer journey. We really believe that direct communication between a buyer and a seller either makes the sale or breaks the sale. And this is something that's worked really well for us. We aim to continuously improve the communication tools between buyers and sellers. It's crucial. On the other hand, we aim to be able to track every single piece of information, everything that has happened within one deal, and make that easily accessible to you as a customer in case there was an issue or in case there was something that needed to be proven or checked later down the line. We aim to make borders open and a lot easier for people to understand international import, export, VAT, and all the craziness that goes on into buying and selling horses. Like, why is it so complicated to send x-rays? Or why is it so complicated to undertake an invoice and figure out whether VAT applies or doesn't apply? When you know and you're a professional, you're fairly used to it. However, when you're new in the sport, you're a newbie in the market, and you're perhaps buying this first horse, this topic can be fairly overwhelming. So Bridl is really trying to develop an ecosystem around buying and selling horses that really supports clients, sellers, and investors in the moment of making a decision. Very simple. Transparency breeds trust, and trust breeds success. This is the foundation of how Bridl operates and why we're successful and why we're here to stay. Data is the new currency, even in horse trading. This is why we're seeing interesting trends in the market. In the past, you had access to national and international results. In the last 2 to 3 years, you've seen new companies emerge to undertake results analysis and be able to understand stats a lot more. We believe that there's going to be huge trends and huge spikes when it comes to predictive analysis, AI analysis, and a lot more access to broader data. But still, for customers, despite all these new things, it is still very complicated to have data reports on one horse. We're working towards that, and we're working to help customers undertake due diligence report on a horse in a much easier manner. Data isn't just about performance. Data is about management. Data is about nutrition. Data is about breeding. All these different data points should be easy to reach for a client so this one can undertake an easy analysis and get very high quality data insights that will help them in the moment of making a decision. The equestrian industry is not growing, it is absolutely evolving. And for me, it's very interesting to talk to you about some markets that I believe will be the future of the equestrian market. I've had personal interactions with several clients of very high quality and scope in China and India. I do see a lot of investment happening in those markets, and I really, really believe that something huge will be happening in those industries. It is happening. On the other hand, what's happening in the MENA region as well as the UAE is fairly strong. I love to see how Saudi Arabia is emerging. I love to see how many horses are purchased by those markets. And I love to see how much they're investing in high quality facilities as well as high quality horsemanship. Those are markets to really watch. On the other hand, I'm really excited about South America. South America is a market that is still very new. And I believe that they are investing a lot of money in breeding, the development of infrastructures, as well as the production of horses. The way in which I see the market today is that many American customers come to Europe to buy horses. However, I believe that in the future, a lot of American clients will go to South America to buy horses on top of Europe. But Europe will stay this development zone, this zone where horses are produced, and will be the major exporter of horses. However, I really see the future of the market being divided among South America, North America, Asia, and the UAE when it comes to importing. Those are definitely super interesting markets that I would keep an eye on. And when you see the population and the wealth that's available in India, I also believe that those are markets that are a little bit behind the scenes at the moment, that in the next 10 to 15 years will surge super rapidly. Another trend that I think is important to talk about is the surge in prices when it comes to equestrian sports. Back in the day, horses were a lot more affordable, and now equestrian sports is becoming this luxury experience, and horses are becoming those luxury assets, which in a way can be great for the sport in the sense that people are able to generate nice amount of money. There's great business opportunities. However, on the other hand, it's a lot harder than it was back in the day to afford show jumping. So I do believe that federations are going to have to make a decision on what it is that they want to see for the sport, what it is that they want to see for the welfare of horses. Do we want horses to become or stay this luxury asset? Do I believe that horses are going to continue to spike in prices? Absolutely. I think that horses are going to become probably more scarce because we see a dividing between the high quality horses that are more and more expensive, more and more rare, but there's more and more people that are finding an interest in show jumping horses. So there's more and more money that's available in the sport. On the other hand, I do find that the middle to lower classes horses will be perhaps less reachable for less people, and there's going to be certain people that will find it more and more difficult to afford the sport. And that is a problem that we have to talk about. And that is something that we have to find solutions to in order to keep horsemanship at the center of equestrian sports and not just money. This is a topic that I believe is very important. And this is part of the trends of the industry and something that we have to consider when it comes to the decision we make as business people and entrepreneurs. To speak to you about latest cases, I do believe that Bridl helps cross-border transactions. We've helped multiple cross-border transactions recently, whether it's intra-Europe or from Europe to Switzerland or Europe to South America, Europe to the States. This is something that we're finding more and more growth out of, which is very fun and very exciting. On another hand, it's showing us that more and more opportunities are available to the market and how we can stand out as a company and how we can stand out as entrepreneurs. I do believe that there is a strong amount of help that is to be provided to clients when it comes to exporting. A standardization of the processes and of the process of buying and selling horses will need to happen for the industry as a whole. And this is something that we've definitely been creating at Bridl. We're an upcoming company. We're doing things really well. We care about our clients, but there's a lot of progress to be made. So our team is continuously aiming to do better, see what's an opportunity, see what's something to be improved. And I do see that the market is so full of opportunities, and it is the right moment for entrepreneurs to get started, to figure out what they're passionate by, and to figure out how it is that they could provide value to the international scene. If you want my 2 cents, I really think that AI, predictive analysis, predictive data, and machine learning will probably play a very strong role into how it is that Bridl does things, as well as how other companies undertake things within the sales world, but also outside the sales world. I'm excited to see what's up.